Good evening, welcome to the University of Worcester Arena, live with us here on the Worcester Wolves YouTube channel. It's BBL Championship Action as the Hometown Worcester Wolves host the visiting Manchester Giants. Manchester, they come down to Worcester with a perfect 2-2 record in the championship. Early days, of course, so far after wins against Bristol, Flyers and Glasgow Rocks. It's the first time out for the Giants on this floor, of course, without the experience of Callum Jones, who switched to the Sheffield Sharks during the close season. And top scorer, Lyle Hexam, putting away 22.5 points a game. And Brady not so far behind with 18.5 and 14 boards. Manchester will feel in confident mood as they take on their hosts here tonight. Worcester Wolves' tough start to the season continued last weekend with the Plymouth Raiders taking them down by 9. But despite that, much to be positive about in the overall performance for coach Matt Newby. Will show plenty of grit in that game and an ability to cut down the defence, and it was more of a question of stamina down the stretch, really. So certainly enough to do a job on the visitors tonight. Worcester Wolves particularly looking strong from the perimeter, and with Josh McSwiggan bagging no less than 60% from downtown so far and putting up 19 per game. It gives Coach Newby a few cards to play as Wolves hunt out their opening win of this year's championship campaign. So, can the Giants stamp their authority on this road game early, or will it be Worcester who cut the Giants down to size and bag 2 opening points? Well, to help us through the mist in this game, I'm joined as ever by the man best described as the Austin Allegro of British basketball. He's made up mainly of spare parts. He struggles to go in a straight line and makes a strange knocking noise when he goes round bends. It is, of course, the expertly resprayed yet somewhat corroded Mr. Chris Lowe. Chris, good evening to you.
Good evening.
Please don't move because we're live.
Yes, I won't.
So, well, Chris, quite a another disappointment down the stretch for Wolves last weekend. What are they got to pull out the bag tonight to do a job on Manchester?
Well, Manchester have come out firing. Obviously, they played Bristol, where Wolves have beaten Bristol. Obviously, not come against Glasgow yet, but I think Wolves have the capability within them. And the thing is that with Matt Newby as the coach, I was thinking about it earlier on today. With Matt being the coach, you got to remember the days when he was coaching at Leeds, another university-based team, and Leeds Force, and he did all of that for the same sort of scenario. So he's a coach that coaches players and young players. So bringing them through would be good.
Well, we're going to run down the teams tonight. Manchester Giants are going to get out on the floor first for us tonight. Sam Cassell Jr. wearing the number 1 shirt. Terrell Brown wearing number 5 with number 6. Jack Hudson, and wearing the number 8 shirt, Joe Hayes. Zach Powell at number 9. Sounds like the charts. David Off at number 10. Wearing number 14 tonight, Alex Wandier. Charlie Britton at 13, and Lyle Hexam with the 22 shirt. Jordan Wellen, of course, the former Worcester Wolves player here a few years ago. He's wearing number 23. Donovan Johnson with 32, and Breeden Brady, head coach Danny Byrne. At the end of that list, last but of course by no means least, he's the man who will be calling the play for the Manchester Giants tonight. Worcester Wolves, Martin Boutnick, sponsored by Bar 23 in Worcester. The captain, number 2, Josh McSwiggan. Number 4, UK GB youngster, Jordan Williams, a big man at number 6. He's nursing that thumb injury, seems to be through that now. Lucas McGregor with number 9. Mika Elan, another big threat outside. They're looking for a big game from him tonight. Matthew, Brian Manning, not much to say. We all know the damage that man can do. Nathan Ramsdale Owen at number 12. And Tola Akiki, the youngster, impressive impact guard. He's certainly impressed us from where we've been sitting this season. Tola Akiki at 22, 25. So Matthew Williamson, Sam Broughton not suited up tonight, but he would, if he was, he'd be wearing number 34. And is the mustachioed Mr. Henry Wilkins with the number 77 shirt. Dean Blake and Matt Newby running things from the sideline for the Worcester Wolves tonight. It's true what you said, Chris, young team, and they did show great ambition and real grit, as I said in the talk-up, against Plymouth last week.
Yeah, exactly, and they had a shot. It went down to the wire, and when it's like that, it could be your night. It might not be your night, and that's where you need to be at. As long as you're in the game, if you got the chance to win it, then then one day it will be your time. And you know, some people say that you make your own luck. Well, yeah, you do, but you've got to be in it to win it, sort of thing at times. So I believe that all we're going to see from Wolves this year is better and better, and you can see that the way they've gone on week after week, and it's almost like every week we're sort of saying the same things, but it's true that they are getting better. Look at McSwiggan last week, 17-point first half. Now what he needs to do is be able to take that 17 points, and when a team comes out and starts defending you, obviously they went into the locker room and Plymouth went, right, who's marking him? Why are we letting him score? And then shut him down. The difference was that Hamilton last week just went through the whole game and ended up top scorer throughout the game because he just kept on going. So that's just a learning curve for him. So for me, as long as Wolves keep on with the dynamic of not just keep on going into the big guys, as in Manning and Williams all the time, and keep on changing it up, be proactive, keep plenty of movement. That's where I think their strength is. Keep the athleticism, keep the almost like the structure being more dynamic rather than sort of going into a half-court set all the time.
The Manchester, tall, athletic team, and it looks like a really good matchup on paper, certainly. And Brian Brady's knocking in over 22 a game. They've got to keep him quiet tonight.
Yeah, exactly. But Wolves will have that in every game. They're going to be class players in there. So from that point of view, is that they don't know them. They only will have watched them on video, so this is the first time that you see them in the flesh, sort of thing. So treat them straight up and down, be honest with them, know that who their star players are, and say, right, who's got who, I'm going to shut you down. Yeah,
and a big change-up, of course, at Manchester this year. We mentioned there, of course, Callum Jones not here. It's like strawberries without cream, isn't it?
Yeah. or one of the Joneses, anyway.
Yeah, well, for sure, yeah, absolutely. But Callum, obviously former Worcester player, of course, but went to Sheffield during the off-season. Let's take a look down at the starters tonight, starting for the Worcester Wolves: Martin Bountnett, Josh McSwiggan, Jordan Williams, Mika Elam, Matthew Bryan Amani, with McGregor, Ramsdale Owing, Akiki Williamson, and Wilkins coming off at the bench. It's going to be Castle Jr., Hudson, Wandier, Hexham and Brady starting tonight for the Manchester Giants, with Brown, Hayes, Powell, Britton, Jordan Wellham and Marshall Johnson coming off the bench for Manchester. I think one of the things we talked about last week, Chris, was the pace of that game right through to that fourth quarter kept Wolves in it, and Matt Newby, a lot of rotation, particularly in that first half.
Yeah, but the thing is that the rotation, the secret of the rotation for me with Wolves is at the moment is that you don't see a massive drop off. The only thing for me is that the trouble that they have is that if they have to have Williams and a Manning off at the same time, then they're struggling, because if the other team's got one big man, there's going to be a mismatch somewhere. So that's important. You almost like want to say, well, you do need the Sam Broughton in, or you do need that big body in, even if it's 1 minute, 2 minutes, just to. Yep. So therefore, you've got that presence underneath the basket and underneath the boards. So yeah, I think everything else, if you look at the size of them, you look at them, they almost like can mix and match all the way through. Yeah. You look at the way they bring the ball up. It doesn't always have to be in Bountnett's hands. It can be in Elan's hand. It can be in someone else's hands. And that's the thing. As long as it's in somebody's hands and somebody is still calling the play and running the sets, it doesn't matter. As long as the sets are run and that person is looking up and making sure that that they're reading the defense. And that's the thing, is that reading the defense, playing smart, not just getting into a routine where the defense knows what's coming each time. Change it up.
Well, players taken to the floor. We haven't got long to find out, and I don't know why I get the sense it could be a bit of a cracker tonight. Was to get going early. Equally, Manchester put a couple of really decent wins on the board, and well, all to play for Worcester. They're hunting out that first win of the regular season. And a couple of good games in the cup. Worcester, they went out of the cup really, obviously giving up the cup, which was residing in the trophy cabinet outside. It was an agonising way to go out, but anyway, it is what it is, and Worcester now got to look to this regular season and try and bag those opening 2 points tonight. Not short on confidence, this team, a young team, as Chris said. They brought in Matthew, Bryan and Manning, as still waiting for many of those US imports to arrive, so he's stepped into that role on a short-term contract. Maybe see if that will extend anyway beyond this early part of the season. Teams taking the knee of the gesture of solidarity that we're seeing across the league. Great to see right across the sport of basketball at all the levels. And that's it. Almost ready to jump it up. It's going to be 1-8 and Jordan Williams for Worcester to get us underway. So Worcester take the opening tip. Williams straight inside, opens the account for Worcester. Ball's dropping back to the half court. Brady, NBA blocked him. There's a bit of contact there. Referees let that go. Bartlett goes to Williams. Hands off to Whelan now. Whelan goes around the bend. No good. Finish. Here comes Hudson now for Manchester. Almost loses a handle on the ball. Brady inside. Doesn't finish, so it's going to the line. You get the sense it's going to be a muscular encounter.
Yeah.
So already NBA picks up his first foul of the game. Big physical contact right there. You heard that first contact, which the referee I think just let go. Start of the game.
I think it was hand to hand though. It was like a high five.
Maybe not so much high fiving going on over the next 40 minutes. Sense there'll be little love lost. Yeah, a minute in, pretty much. So Brady sinks the second of those two. So here come Worcester again with Martin Boutneck, captain, sponsored by 23 here in Worcester. Josh McSwiggan. NBA, the feed inside. Line ball. Jordan Williams nerfed in the contact. So Lyle Hexham picks up his first of the game. Jordan Williams. There's a good feed inside to NBA. Puts up the floater. No good. Castle Jr. just plucks it off the ironwork. Sam Castle Jr. Deep three from him. No good. It's time to go on to Boutneck. Numbers for Wolves. Williams spins inside. He's fouled and he's going to go to the line. Well worked move from Worcester.
Yeah. Gone to the basket a couple of times and kind of lost their control underneath and it's come off the backboard. I think Manning just put that little baby hook in the airboard and stuff. So they just need to. I know you want the intensity, but they just need to get a bit more composure underneath the basket, a bit more composure when they're taking the shot. Just don't hurry the shot. Get there quickly, but don't hurry to get there quickly, if that makes sense.
Well, Jordan Williams makes the second of those two, so 2-point game. Hudson dancing around the perimeter. Hudson has got to deal with Jordan Williams. He goes around the corner this time, drives inside, dumps it off to Brady. We can't finish, loose again. NBA has it. Shuffles mid-court, drives inside, dumps off to Elan, nerfed in the shot. Mika Elan, he's going to go to the line. Good work from, great work from NBA. Veteran move, a little shuffle mid-court, looking for the foul there that never came. And Mika Elan on the line for Worcester.
And that's good news for Wolves, getting Brady out this quickly.
So Brady's second. Donovan Johnson checks in for the Manchester Giants. Mika Elan on the line now for two at the charity stripe. Splashes the first of those two. 7:58 on the clock. 3 team fouls on the board for Giants. Always a significant number. Elan makes no mistake, so 4-point game. Manchester so far 1 point for their efforts. Here comes Hudson again. Cross mid-court. That's a nice match-up with Mika Elan. Hudson, stop and go. He ain't going to drive through there. Well taken. A beautifully worked move again from Manchester. Williams now going to work, puts it up over the top, no good. Watson picks it off. Oh, great muscular move from Sam Castle Jr. Driving hard to the hole, 3 minutes in, and he locks it up at 5 apiece. Williams, NBA. He thought about the three, dumps it off to Boutneck, around the corner again. Now he's lost the handle on the ball, spins, reverses it in, off the window. Furious pace to the opening of this game. Long range two, no good. NBA with the rebound. So Boutneck once again now for Worcester. Boutneck pulls up at the free throw line. Meet and drink shot for him. So 4 points of difference. Worcester wanting out the stop. Floater, good Williams. Well, Wandier was saying that was a goaltend. Maybe didn't get a finger to it. McSwiggan drives hard inside. Fouled, going to the line. Better from Worcester.
Yeah, keeping his pace up, attacking the basket. It's almost like you're going to look at Manchester and say, well, when are you going to stop fouling underneath the basket and sort of going to have to let it go?
Well, it's 14 fouls.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, 6 minutes to go. And then they're going down the one end, the following end, and sort of, it's either one pass or no pass offense at the moment. That's what, 3, is it?
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. So McSwiggan gets his first point on the board for Wolves tonight. Sam Castle Jr. for the Giants. Some sets a screen. Pulls up from distance. No good. Jordan Williams grabs the rebound. Big man runs the floor. Boutneck spreading the floor really well so far in this game. Elan from the corner for 3. No good. Giants have it. Castle Jr. In and out into the hands of Mika Elan once again. Here comes Elan. Down to McSwiggan. McSwiggan now is going to work, driving inside again. Hard to the bucket, little baby hook over the top from Josh McSwiggan. Manchester collects it. Jack Hudson. Wandier from distance nails the triple for Manchester. 2-point game, 5:06 to play with Manchester Giants. 4 fouls on the board for them. So first triple of the game for Wandier. Mika Elan this time. Good patient play from Elan. Gets the foul.
Just counted 6 offences that Manchester have gone down the floor. 1 pass, they've made the 1-3 out of it. You know, you got to sort of say to them, well, where is our offence? But yeah, better from Wolves. I think Manchester gambling a wee bit too much and getting caught out. Like there, they ran out and then they were chasing back on Elan, and I think he just caught him from behind on the head.
Well, Jordan Whelan's checked in for Hudson. Manchester now in the bonus, 4:47 to play. So Coach Byrne might be scratching his head a little bit. Castle Jr. pulls up at the elbow for 2. So 1 point game. 4:34. Interesting to see what that dynamic does to the defense now in the next 5 minutes of this quarter. First quarter BBL second round championship game. Williams with the flush. Great move from Williams, sealed the man off. Spun to the flush, 3 point game. Picked off again. And
yeah, Williams caught him.
So Mika Elan checks out. Henry Wilkins checks into the game. So that is going to be. So deadline ball for the Giants with 15 on the shot clock. So plenty of time. Jordan Whelan out of that double team to find the 2 points. 1 point game, 4:01 now. Swigging to Brian Manning at the top. Jordan Williams looking for the ball. Boutnet just lobs it inside, and now Williams is going to go to work. And offensive foul, great play. Great work by Donovan Johnson. He knew it was coming. So Jordan Williams picks up his second foul of the game. Only Worcester's third so far with 3:44. So subs coming. Tolo Akiki is going to check in place of Jordan Williams. We've been impressed with Tolo Akiki so far this season.
Yeah, and this is the time where Wolves are now adjusting. So McSwiggan will have to play the other big man. It's whether Manchester capitalise it and see.
Sam Cassell Jr. now dancing around the perimeter. Drops it down inside now. Hexham at the top. He goes inside to Wendy, spin move. Just doesn't get that gentle kiss off the window. Comes off the back of the ironwork into the hands of Martin Boutneck. Akiki, Boutneck, McSwiggan is all open for 3. Jacks it up. No good. Jordan Whelan with the rebound. 1 point game. And it's a pound for pound punch up right now. Hexham puts up the triple in and out this time. Akiki somehow grabs a rebound, goes back to Martin Boutneck over the timeline. Boutneck. Akiki puts up the triple from the corner, not frightened to take that shot. Akiki. Here comes Wandier in transition, no good. Foul is called.
Yeah. Wolves have lost their way a little bit, and this goes against what I was saying beforehand when the rotations have come. Is they've been nice and steady. They just need to steady the ship a little bit.
So Sam Castle Jr. sideline ball got us back underway. Plenty of time, 20 on the shot clock. Jordan Whelan puts up the 3 off the top of the backboard. Tolo Akiki again, he picks it off. He goes to Boutneck. Manchester Giants spotting up on D straight away. Brian Manning over the top for 2. Wolves just keeping their noses in front. Jordan Whelan again. Castle Jr. This time Castle Jr. pulls up for 3. Splashes the triple. Sam Castle Jr. for the Manchester Giants with 2:13 to play. Giants in foul trouble. Great disciplined performance in the last 2 or 3 minutes from them. What a feed inside. Martin Boutneck kisses it off the window.
Yeah, went asleep on defence then, didn't they, Manchester?
Just allowed that to open up. Hexham now. Williams looking at it. He's calling them in. Hexon goes over the top. Jordan Wellham, I beg your pardon, just mistimes the jump. Worcester mistimed the pass. And Akiki runs away with some of the advertising boards. So with 1:45 to play, it's a 2-point game. Wolves 17, Giants 15, but of course you can see that on your screen. But Giants on 5 team fouls, Wolves now on 4 with 1:45 to play. So a little bit of cagey defence coming up perhaps.
I don't think they know how to play another way, do they?
Whelan for Manchester. Powell has checked into the game for the Giants. Powell. Johnson wide open again for the triple. Manchester finding their stroke from distance now. Wilkins at the top. Manchester with a 1-point lead. 1:16 to play. Foul is called.
It's the only thing is that when you've got a guard setting a screen for the big man the opposite way round, the guard is knowing that he's going to have to set a screen on another big guy.
Yeah.
So lean, bracing yourself, getting yourself set is difficult, and then they don't quite come off it properly, and you just dip the shoulder or something, and the referees will see it every time.
Randier. Get it back out to Johnson. He's just hit that triple, drives inside.
Good check by.
Offensive foul.
Yeah, good check by Wilkins.
He took a thump. He looks a bit winded actually, but he's back up. 1-point game within the last minute of the game. 56.7 seconds to play. 5 fouls on either side, and Chris just having a cigar during that last passage of play. Wilkins, McSwig, Boutnecht. He's got 2 men on him. Brian Manning open at the top, decides to drive inside, puts it up off the window. He had the option.
Tough shot that.
Powell, stop and go. Owandier can't hold on to it. Boutnecht just lays it in off the glass. With 23 seconds to go, shot clock is turned off. Jordan Whelan now for Manchester. Henry Wilkins making a nuisance of himself. Whelan just loses handle on the basketball. 14 seconds on the game clock. Whelan at the top. Stop and go from Whelan. Kicks it out, goes inside to Owandier, this time over the top, can't finish. They can't come in on the trail. NBA tips it away, and at the end of the first quarter it is Worcester Wolves 21, Manchester Giants 18. Chris, there are some echoes of last week's first quarter there.
Yeah, very much so. I think Manchester then just panicked. I mean, realistically, they came down the court. I mean, virtually every play they come down the court, it's either 1 or 2 passes. I've just been counting them, and then they've obviously got green light to take the shot whenever, but whenever seems to be 1, maybe 2 passes. It just seems that there's, I don't know what they're doing, what the plan is there. You just saw the ball went up, and you got 2 Manchester players fighting for it. Great, but communicate with each other. I think Wolves, if they can manage it, is stay controlled, stay organised, and let Manchester not be the organised team. Not almost like it looks like Manchester are the rookie team at the moment, and Wolves are the older team with a smarter head. I've noticed that Boutnecht is taking the ball more tonight and controlling it and saying, right, I'm point guard, I'm going to run the show, and that sort of stuff. I like the way that Manning is getting the ball in the post. The only thing I'd like to see, the baby hooks are great, but so for me, I'd like them to, instead of keep on going for these little baby hooks and not using the backboard, use the backboard. Just put it off the backboard, 45 degree, and just put it in, rather than, it has to be so accurate just to put it straight in the basket from the front.
Yeah.
Go the other way. Go to the backboard. Put it off the backboard. But
Well, we saw that on that last play with Martin Boughton. He had NBA wide open at the top.
Yeah.
Opted to go inside, but you know it's a shot that he loves to take. Yeah. And Martin Boughton, very workmanlike point guard, hugely talented guy, and of course a very mature head on those young shoulders.
And again, 10 points in the first quarter. He's just gone about his business quietly, just getting on with it, sort of thing.
Well, Powell now for Manchester, only trailing by 3. So this time Jordan Whelan drives inside, beautiful finish from Whelan, high off the glass, 9:45 on the game clock. So we're at the first drips of this second quarter. Martin Boughton goes to McSwiggan. He's off to Boughton. Elan is lurking just at the top of the key. This time Boughton once again goes inside, offensive foul for sure. That is going to be Martin Boughton's first foul of the game. Zach Powell. Johnson inside to Hexham, almost loses the handle on the ball. Held on to it, Hexham.
Yeah, nice pass that.
Good feed, he finds those 2 points. So the Giants 1-point game. Elan feeds it into NBA. He's got a wingspan on him like a 7-4-7. Just gets himself to the ball, Josh McSwiggan.
Good cut.
Gets in through the back door, Josh McSwiggan. Zach Powell, Elan is all over him, goes to Whelan. Hexham drops in, they go to Johnson for 3, no good. Wandier is fouled, and there's going to be an end-line ball. Wolves already putting 2 fouls up on the board. So a role reversal, Worcester leading here by 1. Really nothing between these 2 teams right now. He said it was going to be a physical one. Some stop and go. Double team puts it over the top. Again, foul is called. And he's going to go to the line. That is going to be Martin Boughton's. No, it's going to be NBA. Second foul of the game for him. Coach Newby pacing the floor. Looks like subs coming for Worcester. Jordan Whelan checking in. Josh McSwiggan returns to the bench. So Wolves here, it's 1 point the difference. Manchester not registering a foul on the ball so far, and it's Hexham, Lyle Hexham on the line for Manchester. So chance to square this up with this shot, and he splashes the first of those 2 free throws. It was one of the areas where Plymouth struggled in the first half last week, wasn't it, from the line?
Yeah.
Excellent.
And that's where Wolves didn't sort of exploit that enough.
Yeah, I know Prince Ebay's numbers were
yeah,
you know, tough from the line, tough numbers, and Ochiroba I think as well. So Hexham, no such problems. So that's something Wolves are going to have to be mindful of tonight. NBA spins inside, triple team, somehow finds his way up. He wasn't listening to you about the baby hook, Chris.
No, but he's right underneath the basket there. It's when you're 3, 4 foot away, and it is like a sky hook.
Out of Hexham when it drops inside. Hexham hits another one from downtown. Giants out to a 2-point lead. Martin Boughton now for Wolves. He's dancing around the perimeter. Good work to tip it in to NBA. NBA this time goes up off the window. He was either going to get the foul or get the points. So he is going to the line.
Yeah. And it is almost like keep on. you got to admire them for the competitiveness, but at some point you got to go, guys, have we got enough players to keep on doing this?
Well, NBA can't connect with the first of those.
Then it's a good foul.
Manchester Giants 4 from 11 from behind the arc so far. 3 from 4 from the line. NBA connects, however, with the second of those two, so 1 point game. Again, Jordan Whelan now. Trying to find a way around the corner. Looks like there isn't one. This time Powell, explosive move from Powell. Kicks it out to Wandier. He was just over the line with his toe on that. Great board from Johnson. Exquisite play from Johnson under the basket. Giants out to a 3-point lead. Wilkins goes to Boutnick. Thought about it into NBA. This time NBA battles down. Wilkins at the top this time. They go out to Martin Boutnick on the buzzer. So no good. Sam Castle Jr. is going to check in for Wandier, and there's a fair amount of depth on that Manchester bench.
Yeah. What have they used? 1, 2, 3 players, haven't they? 8 players so far.
Zach Powell goes to Castle Jr. Castle Jr. drives inside, sells the foul. He's going to the line. It's a good move. So Wilkins picks up his first foul of the game. Josh McSwiggan is going to check in for NBA. Give him some rest. NBA been playing big minutes since he's been here in every game. And he's been a bit beaten up. So Sam Castle Jr. on the line for the Manchester Giants. He's got to earn these from the strike with 6:27 to play. Wolves role reversal, 14 fouls with 6:27 to go.
Yeah, and Manchester have gone big. But as soon as Manning sat down, Brady stood up.
Sets for the second. Castle Jr. strings it. So 5-point game for the Giants now. 31 plays 26 for Worcester. Goes to Martin Boutnick for 3. The Dutchman, the captain, he steps up when it's needed. Cassell Jr. now. For Manchester, Jordan Whelan driving his way hard inside. Finds the 2 points. Giants keep their noses in front by 4. So that was first triple of the game for Wolves. And this time, that one is sold by Jordan Williams. It's an object lesson in failed salesmanship at the moment.
Yeah, it's interesting that the call was called from behind, and the lead referee didn't call it. It almost, for me, it looked like Whelan had his hands on the ball. We'll take it.
Well, the call is the call. And Williams can't connect with the first of those two. 4-point game so far. Jordan Williams sets for the second, splashes the second. Sam Cassell Jr. now for the Giants. Little stop and go. Dances around inside, puts it up at the elbow. Henry Wilkins collects the ball. Wolves in transition. Martin Boutnick. Man spots up, they go into Boutnick, who drops it in off the window.
Yeah,
1 point game.
Manchester are overplaying an awful lot of the defence, and Wolves have got to exploit that and have the smarts like they just did between Williams and Boutneck to go back door, play it a little bit different. Don't be just keep on doing the set plays. Read the defence.
Hexham muscled his way into the bucket. Keeps that 3-point gap. There's nothing between these two teams right now. Jack Hudson stepped into the point. He stepped back off Boutneck there. Williams left wide open, head fake, drives inside. Good work from Jordan Williams.
Yeah, and they're going to exploit that, knowing that Brady's not going to want to give another foul up this side of the half.
Castle Jr. now for Manchester. He goes right, he goes left, he feeds Hexham inside. Hexham, Josh McSwiggan puts it up over the top. Back on in, doesn't quite get there. Brady picks up the afters, and the third time of asking, picks up the 2 points. So, here come Wolves again with Mika Elam. Three-point game. Elam drives inside to Williams. They kick it out to Wilkins in the corner. Henry Wilkins is in the house from behind the arc. Ties the game up at 37 apiece, and Danny Byrne wants to talk it over.
Yeah. I think Wolves' movement is better, and as I said, that they got to realise that Manchester are overplaying defensively. They're being aggressive. They're overplaying. They're trying to stay above screens. You know, they're trying to run through screens. They're not switching, but they're running through screens. And if they're trying to get over the top of the screen, then you got to cut to the basket, see if they're smart enough. And everyone's got to be aware, whoever's got the basketball, whether it's a big man or a guard or a forward, you got to see that, watch the people who are cutting and watch the people who are setting screens, because you can just set a screen and fake it and then just cut to the basket, and you know you're going to be open. Defensively, for Wolves, they just got to be aware of the big men and try and get a body on them as the shot's in the air. Because if they don't, then they, as you just seen, Brady just had three chances of putting a simple putback in.
Well, 37 apiece here. It's been a bruising encounter so far. 3:42 to go in the second quarter. Wolves on 4 team fouls, which was really a role reversal from that first quarter. So now it's Wolves who've got to maintain their discipline in defence. Looking good in transition, Worcester so far tonight. Nothing really to trouble Coach Newby too much, or either coach in fact, too much as regards the distribution of the fouls so far in the game. And here comes Sam Cassell Jr. Gets us underway once again. Let's see what Danny Byrne has discussed with his men. Cassell Jr. Josh McSwiggan, Brady with the screen, drops in off that pick and roll. Well, it's picked off by McSwiggan. Good work. He read the ball well, Josh McSwiggan. And he goes to Jordan Williams. Williams looking frustrated. I think that was a set that didn't quite pan out the way he was expecting. Boutneck puts up the triple. Martin Boutneck. Hello.
Yeah.
Splashes another one from downtown Worcester. 3-point game. It is just a pendulum, this game. Sam Cassell Jr. Now he goes to Hudson. Goes down to Brady, the big man Brady. Spins, puts it up off the glass. Gets the roll. The Giants back within 1. So Martin Boutneck. So we'll change the ball. So sideline ball. That's going to be Jordan Williams on the inbounds. Goes straight to McSwiggan. Williams to McSwiggan, puts it up to Jordan Williams. He was looking for the alley-oop, never came. Hudson now goes to Johnson. Nice dish inside to Brady. Foul is called. So Henry Wilkins picks up his second foul of the game.
Yeah, a lot of rotation then. Wilkins ended up being the help man and just having to decide whether to get out of the way or put his body on there and try and just get in the way and hope that the referee wouldn't call it.
Well, Brady on the line now for Manchester. There's only 2:13 to play until half-time here. Giants only behind by 1, so Brady will tie it up with this one, which he doesn't do. Commentator's curse strikes again. Ryan Brady putting up good numbers for Manchester so far this year. Brady unable to connect with either of those two, so Wolves play their get out of jail free card with 2:06 to play. Wilkins goes to Boutneck. Boutneck, a nice dish to Ramsdale Owen. Boutneck, good ball movement from Worcester. Go into NBA. NBA this time he's backing down. Double team, gets it to Ramsdale Owen. Comes off his foot, end of the shot clock, so turnover. Good defense from Manchester. And this time it is going to be Matt Newby who wants to have a chat.
Yeah, I think that's more not that you know, Manning did make a bad pass and didn't give him a chance to get in the ball, but I think it's the fact that they've got a couple of times, a couple of offenses where they've got down, right down to the wire, and it's sort of, guys, we've got to get on with it, get it hurried up. If the double team does come for a Manning, you've got to move the ball. If it's a good double team, you've got to move the ball, and those guys away from the ball have got to make some sort of movement. Don't just spot up. Keep the defense busy. Keep the defense busy on the weak side. Therefore, the help can't come. They're always in always thinking, well, what's the right thing to do. So from that point of view, I think that's what he's going to be talking about at the moment is that movement.
Well, we would be nothing without our sponsors, of course, here. The University of Worcester, of course, lead sponsor for the Worcester Wolves Universal Display, Aston's coaches, Spirit Executive, Something Party, the Worcester Knee and Hip Clinic, hasn't he, Chris? Looking all right.
Getting better.
Where Chris has a loyalty card. DC Base Limited and Broome Hall Care, and of course Martin Boutneck, only 2 weeks ago announced his sponsorship deal for the season with Bar 23 here in Worcester. So teams back out on the floor. 1:49 to play in the second quarter as we wind down now towards half-time. It's been a bruising performance from both teams here, which you sense equally matched. We did say at the start, Chris, this looked like it had the makings of a great game on paper, and it's delivering, isn't it?
Yeah, blow for blow.
Cassell Jr. really pulled up, he thought about the three. Hexham for three, no good off the back iron. Martin Boutneck over the timeline for Worcester. Jordan Williams inside to NBA. It was a nice feed inside. NBA just finds his way through, but he can't finish, and the Giants have it. Hudson picks up for three, no good. NBA has it. Worcester just taking a bit of air out of the ball on the offense now. Inside the last minute of the quarter, Matthew Bryan and Manning at the top. Mr. Boutneck this time. Boutneck to Williams out of bounds. It's going to be a Wolves ball end line.
7 on the clock.
Yep. So only 7 seconds to craft something from here. Jordan Williams, 5 on the clock. Martin Boutneck hits the target, buries it from deep. And Worcester have a 4-point lead. Sam Cassell Jr. now. He goes into Hexham and bruises his way inside his triple team. This time Brady. Ball is interrupted, 7 on the shot clock. That triple doesn't go. Matthew Bryan and Manning has it. Shot clock turned off. So 17 on the game clock. Martin Boutneck just going to take a bit of time off the clock. As it winds down, it's a 4-point lead for Wolves. Can they add something else to that side of the scoreboard? NBA sets the screen. Boutnick drives inside, kicks it out to Wilkins. They go to NBA for three. No good. Boutnick can't find those two at the end of the shot clock, but the end of the first half of this ball game. BBL Championship second round. Worcester Wolves at home to the Manchester Giants. It is the Manchester Giants 39, Worcester Wolves 43. Chris, your wrap up on that first half.
I was just looking at the biggest scoring runs again, 4 and Wolves 6. That's been the story of the season for Wolves, hasn't it? There's been no team has sort of been able to get away from them, big runs, but at the same point they haven't been able to put a big run together and sort of bury a team. So that's why there's so many games that we're having where it's nip and tuck and that sort of stuff. I think Wolves just, the plays that they're running are good. I think that it's just that they're running sort of almost out of options and that ball movement, especially if the ball goes into the post. It's almost like you want to have some sort of rule. If the double comes, get it gone, get the ball back.
Yeah.
And instead of just trying to keep it alive and keep it alive. I know, you know, having a Manning and Jordan are big assets down there, pardon the pun, but you got to realise that at some point it's got to move on, and you got to get the other people involved. Boutnick, is it 18 points, top scorer?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, 21 top scorer. That's great from him, but now we need a second half from him as well. It's sort of like the Swigan thing last week. Need him to continue doing that. Is it worrying that one player has scored nearly half your points? Sort of scenario.
Yep.
Guys, get everyone else going, get everyone else involved. From that point of view, from Manchester's point of view, obviously their system is quick shots, get open, get aggressive, go to the basket. But the coaches have been more worried about what Manchester are doing, as in not well, than I would be Wolves. I think Wolves are doing well. It's just that they haven't been able to break free and taken the advantage of Manchester's one or two passes, take a shot. At times Manchester have come back. It's just a slog with Manchester at the moment.
Yeah. But 11 off the bench. Now, we were talking about the depth of that bench. I mentioned it.
Yeah.
You kind of get the sense of that. It's 11 play 6 off the bench in favour of Manchester.
Yeah, that's true. You know, Whelan with 6 and Marshall with the 5. But the thing is with Whelan is that if you look at the couple of those, is that he's kind of had a couple of fumbles and been looking, picked it up and be able to get it in. So you could turn that one around and sort of say that. And I think that was what the coach was saying when he brought him off, was like, yeah, you got them, but just look after the basketball, be smarter. So yeah, I think as long as Wolves can keep, and I think they struggled the most and looked as if had a little bit of a wobble when a Manning sat down, and then they went quite small.
Yeah. As
in Wolves did, and straight away Manchester went with their big three of was it Hudson, Lexham and Brady?
Yep.
And as soon as those three were on court and they had that height, Wolves struggled a little bit.
We're always looking for the mismatch in a situation like that. It's going to come no matter what.
You're going to have almost like two mismatches, because you got two centres and a forward, and we've only got one centre and a forward, sort of thing. So it is difficult. It is difficult when you haven't got that third big man to rotate through.
Well, we're going to find out in 10 minutes' time, and of course there is no doubt about it that everybody's thoughts are going to be turning to, is it deal or no deal? Well, it has to be a deal if you're looking to fill your Christmas stocking with the Worcester Wolves shop online. They've got everything. They've even got baubles for your tree. You can dingle-dangle your baubles with Worcester Wolves all over them. Perhaps not if you're a Manchester Giants fan, but hey, why not? We're all friends together. But if you're looking for anything, there's everything in the shop. Go onto the Worcester Wolves website, www.allthewsworcesterwolves.org, and follow the links through to the shop from there. And make sure that you subscribe to the Worcester Wolves YouTube channel, turn on the notifications and ensure that you never miss a game, interview, highlight or feature this season. All of our BBL and WNBL home games will be on the channel. I think tomorrow it's Cardiff Archers over here with the Worcester Wolves women's NBL Division 1 team, so make sure you tune in for that. But stick with us. We're going to be back in about 8 or 9 minutes time for the second half here. Manchester Giants lead 39-43. Let's see, or rather the Worcester Wolves lead 43-39. Let's see what happens in the second half. Whatever you do, don't go away.
side of it. Is there a lot of brinkmanship going on? It's just the European way of doing it.
Welcome back to the University Arena in Worcester. We have 28 seconds to go until we get the third quarter of this ball game underway. Worcester Wolves leading here 34 points to 39. Chris, we were just talking there about the relative merits of both of these benches. We were saying bit of depth there. You made a very interesting point about Manchester's style, of Danny Byrne's style of play, which is to go to that guard, get him in the middle, and then look for the pass essentially.
Yeah, it's almost like a read and react situation, as I just said to you. They put themselves into a scenario, a two-man game, a pick-and-roll game, and then it's a read and react. The guards penetrate and look for the players and are dishing off from that point of view, as opposed to their start, which was very, very much, again, a two-man game where it was the guard feeding the big man, Brady. So I think Wolves need to just get everyone else going. That's down to Boutnick, and he needs to get a good second half underneath him.
Well, we're going to find out. Josh McSwiggan's going to get us back underway with the inbounds. And we are underway in the third quarter of this BBL Championship Round 2 game. Worcester Wolves, Manchester Giants. Boutnick going to work early, spins at the elbow, puts up the jumper, no good, doesn't go. Hudson now for Manchester. Brady with the screen, goes to Brady. Brady opts for the long range two that doesn't go. Williams plucks it off the ironwork. So it's going to require some stamina down the stretch this game for sure. Hudson just bats it out of bounds. That'll be Boutnick once again on the inbounds. Goes to Jordan Williams. Switches with Elan to the top. He's running the perimeter now. This time Boutnick drives inside to the finger roll. Nice work from him. Start of the third quarter. Here comes Hexham now for Manchester. Long range doesn't go. They can't collect the rebound, and this time Wolves back in transition. Here comes Elan Williams. Hexham wasn't having any of that.
Yeah, he kind of read the play and knew that they were trying to get that three-man triangle in that corner with Boutnick, Elan and Williams.
Jordan Williams, great work for Hudson to get the right side of Martin Boutnick. Beautiful feed inside to Williams. He's nerfed off the ball to go to Elan for three. Mika Elan drains the triple for Worcester. Early doors in the third quarter.
Yeah, good ball movement there.
9 points the lead now for Worcester. So here comes Hexham over the timeline. Sam Cassell Jr., such an explosive player. They go into Brady. Sam Cassell Jr. turns the corner, off balance, can't get it to go. It goes into the hands of Brady. He's going to find two from somewhere for sure, and it's going to be from the line.
Yeah.
Good play from Manchester again.
Manning then got himself up in the air and was coming down, but just bumped him enough for the referee to judge it a foul.
So, first foul of the quarter is on Matthew Bryan Manning. He is now on 3 fouls. Meanwhile, Brady doesn't hit the first of those 2. I don't know what Elan said to him, but if looks could kill, Brady sets for the second. He strings the second of those 2. So 8-point game. Martin Boutneck now the captain for Worcester. Mika Elan, Jordan Williams, Josh McSwiggan at the top. Oh man, he dropped down Mika Elan this time. Got Sam Cassell Jr. all over him. Wrapping him up this time. Williams spins, puts it up, off balance with the shot. Zach Hudson out of bounds. So it's going to be a Manchester ball. Batted away by Josh McSwiggan. Jack Hudson on the inbounds. Hexham. Big man Brady. Hudson goes all the way to the bucket. NBA is on the floor. He's hurt. Has he gone over on his ankle? I think he may have done, yeah. Well, he's yeah, he looked like he didn't go over too well. Keep an eye on that, Chris.
Yeah, he got hit from behind.
Yeah. 7:34 to play. Here comes Boutneck. Wolves with a 6-point lead. Boutneck drops down under both of those defenders, puts it up off the window. He listened to you, Chris, I think.
Yeah.
In that second quarter.
Yeah.
Gentlest kiss off the glass.
And again, it was Manchester trying to read the pick and roll, and he just split between them.
Martin Boutneck whistled for the foul there. NBA. Well, Brian Manning just looked. Not me, Governor. It would have put him on 4 if it had whistled his way. Could have gone either way, really. Oh my goodness me! Wandier just wants to let everybody know he's here, and he pulls it back to a 5-point game. This time Boutneck drives inside off the glass. Good work. Just to keep a bit of fresh air between the teams. Danny Byrne off the bench.
He's annoyed because Hudson is getting. Either Hudson has been told you got to mark him man for man and there's going to be no help, or Danny Burns is annoyed that there is no help.
Unlucky for Hexham there. It was a great move back door to find his way to that reverse, just rolled off the ironwork. Meantime, Boutneck gets it into NBA. He's being hustled out of it. Hexham just gets his hand in the passing lane. Manchester now in transition. Cassell Jr. in the corner for 3. And Manchester have found another gear. And the referee is having a word with Brady. So NBA on the ends line, and Manchester Giants pull it back to 4. Wolves are out to a 9-point lead, biggest lead of the game. 4 points of difference now. Wolves with a couple of team fouls on the board. Martin Boutneck, the captain, goes into Jordan Williams. Williams, the worldly offensive foul. And,
that's soft. That's
well, Jack Hudson fulfilled the criteria, I suppose. And over he went. Matthew Bryan Manning is getting beaten up in this game. So 4 points it is. Sam Cassell Jr. Brady with the screen. Brady with the screen again. Cassell Jr. pulls up for two. Beautiful stroke on that shot. 2 points, Manchester. Strung together a 7-point run. Elan drives inside, puts it up high off the glass. No good all of a sudden. Nothing going for Worcester. Manchester just going through the gearbox right here. Stripped away by Martin Boutneck. Now Martin Boutneck switches on the afterburners. Drives inside, rearrange off the glass. Well, he was looking for the foul that never came. Worcester just managing to keep that lead open. Hexham goes to Cassell Jr. once again. Cassell Jr. on Boutneck. Good feed inside. This time it's Brady who bundles his way to the bucket. Stripped away again. This time it's Jordan Williams who has it. Josh McSwiggan switches it on. McSwiggan throws it down for Worcester. Josh McSwiggan punishes Manchester for that mistake. Takes it back out to a 6-point game.
Yeah.
Worcester just getting their foot off the gas a little bit there.
Well, it was Cassell, wasn't it? It was just long, again, these long passes, and they're going to get that. He got a long pass down to the corner, one pass, hits the three, drives down here, drives to the elbow, it's a two-point pull-up. That's the spurts that Manchester are going to have, because if the person who's got the ball is hot, then that's it. That's all they're doing at the moment. It's very, very one or two person for me anyway. I don't know whether I'm seeing it wrong, but it's just one or two person, one or two passes. That's it. Worcester, they move the ball more. You know, okay. Boutneck is having fun at the moment with Hudson marking him, and he is literally, 29 points.
Yep.
He's just sort of saying, well, mate, if you're going to mark me this tight, and this is what I'm going to do. And everything's going through him. But the good thing is, and the difference is that Boutneck is getting other people involved as well. And he's doing it when it's the right time. Not trying to force it too much.
Yeah, Manchester may be guilty on occasion of overplaying in offence. It's that extra dribble, that extra pass, you always say it, Chris, Sometimes you just don't need it. But Manchester certainly showing that this is on a knife edge, this game. Hexham once again drives inside. This time he does find the 2 points.
And this is going to be the problem for Wolves, is that the two big men, as in Williams and Manning, are both on those 3 fouls, and they're just trying to get through this four minutes. Get through these four minutes without picking up their fourth foul.
Yeah. Wandier goes to Cassell Jr. Cassell Jr. now just wants to wind the clock up a little bit. 12 on the shot clock. Dancing around the perimeter. No look pass to Hexham. Behind the back, Hexham this time makes no mistake. Daggers the triple. And it's a 1-point game. So Wolves from 9 points down to 1. Rilkins has checked in for Mika Elan. Sam Cassell Jr. is turning himself into a brick wall. Jordan Whelan has also checked in. This time Jordan Williams into NBA. NBA's backing down, drives inside, fouled, and he is going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Yep. Good ball movement again. See Boutneck drive, realise, dump the ball off to the weak side, got post to post. Ball needed to go in just half a second earlier, and it would have been the ability for the player, the Manchester defender, not to be able to recover it in time to get in the way from Manning and give him an easier route to the basket.
Well, Brian Manning is on the line, and he sinks the first of those 2. 3:34 to go in this third quarter, and Worcester with a slenderest of 2-point leads. Matthew Brian Manning with the opportunity just to push that out to 3 points. Way short with that one. And now it's Cassell Jr. again. inside to Hexon. This time Hexon switches it on, goes to run the baseline, stripped away by Martin Boutnet. Good work from the captain, Martin Boutnet, leading from the front.
Well, I was just about to say that's a mismatch all over it, but he used his speed to his advantage then.
And it's a scrap, isn't it? So easy to go the other way. But yeah. Wolves have it. So Tolo Akiki, who's checked in for Jordan Williams. Boutnet got him swinging at the top. Tolo Akiki. Swinging back to Wilkins. This time Wilkins has a look. Lane opens up in front of him, blocked. It's going to be an end line ball. Brady says no. Wilkins, end line ball, 8 seconds off this inbound pass on the shot clock. Wilkins has got to get it in again, out of bounds. Worcester ball. So good work from Manchester. 1 second off that shot clock. 7 seconds now on the inbound pass. Tolo Akiki for Worcester. Inside to NBA. This time NBA is going to work. It's got to get something away here. 3 seconds. They go to Akiki. No good. Well, he had the aim, but he didn't have the distance on the shot. So Sam Cassell Jr. has picked up a foul. First foul of the game for him. And that turns the possession over with the reset on the clock. So 14 now on the shot clock on this inbound. So a little bit more time for Worcester to do something with this. It's 2 points is the lead. Martin Boutnet. Again, Kiki breaks away from Johnson. Boutnet tries to drive hard to the hole. He's isolated. NBA can't get to it. Ball again is out of bounds, and this time it's Manchester who have it. And NBA getting a bit frustrated. So,
yeah, Boutnet forced it then.
Yeah, I think they would have wanted something out of that. Kiki takes a breather again, and Nathan Ramsdale Owen checks in, whose boots are sponsored by EasyJet by the looks of things. So Junior, Ramsdale Owen all over Jordan Whelan. That's Brady. Beautiful feed inside to Hex, and what a pass from Brady. Great piece of play to lock the game up at 67 apiece. So now it's Wolves with the work to do once again. NBA on Brady. There's a little bit of needle emerging right there. NBA gets the foul this time, and he is going to go to the line to shoot two. His teammates haul him off the floor. It's a long way up from there.
Yeah, free throws are going to come into this now with it being as tight as it is.
So Johnson on 3 fouls now for Manchester. NBA on 3, of course, for Worcester. And it's NBA on the line. Needs to splash a couple here. Makes the first. So 58 plays 57. There is not a cigarette paper between these two teams, and the humidity engineering department has been deployed. So just dealing with a...
That wasn't because he splashed the last one, was it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's possible. I mean, you know. It's either that or the roof's leaking. It's one or the other. NBA on the line. Drains both of them. So Worcester have their 2-point lead inside the last 2 minutes of the quarter now. Cassell Jr. He's carrying his solitary foul. He's put a shift in, that's for sure, so far in this game. Jordan Whelan, stop and go from Whelan, drives inside. Ooh, nearly trouble with it. Johnson just gets it stripped away. Whelan had the presence of mind just to hold his ground and found those 2 points. So we're locked up once again at 59 apiece. 1 minute 36 to play. So NBA Playing with them on the perimeter. Great dish inside to NBA. NBA finds the 2 points. The Wolves just barely keep their noses in front. 1:14 now on the game clock. Cassell Jr. got it from downtown. Sam Cassell Jr. And you felt it was coming. And he's delivered when it mattered. Giants take a 1-point lead as we enter the last minute of the quarter. Matthew Bryner Manning now. I think he was looking for McSwiggan. He'd already gone. This time they go to Josh McSwiggan. McSwiggan drives the baseline, reverses off the window. It's one of his signature shots, really. Couldn't get it to go. Hexham now drives into McSwiggan. McSwiggan is going to be called for the block. So end line ball, sideline ball. Sideline. He indicated the end line, but it's sideline possession. Wow. So 1 point in it, 35.7 seconds. This is setting up for a grandstand fourth quarter here. Jordan Whelan. This is one of those games, Chris, you know, if there was a crowd in here. Cassell Jr. this time, no good. If there was a crowd in here, the roof tiles would be coming off, wouldn't they? You know, it's one of those games.
And the nervousness.
Absolutely. Swigan switches with Wilkins. Wilkins now dances his way inside. He's fouled and he gets one. Count those two.
Nice move.
Yeah. Good work from Wilkins.
He had a couple of people riding then.
I was just about to say he was bundled off it from both directions before he found his way to the bucket. But good control from Henry Wilkins, former Surrey player. Played his basketball at Scorchers last season, the man from Guildford.
Interesting thing, Manchester's players are asking the referee, well, yeah, I fouled him, but it was on the floor. Wasn't it, please?
Well, Wilkins couldn't connect with the bonus. 6 seconds on the clock. Cassell Jr. miles downtown, and that will do it. The end of the third quarter of this ball game. It is the Worcester Wolves 63 and the Manchester Giants 1 point behind at 62. Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be tight, isn't it? It's going to be tight. It's going to be now. It's going to for Wolves is how long can we have our two big men stay out there, still playing defense, still contributing on the boards without picking that fourth up and then limiting themselves. And in some ways, you know, Manchester in the driving seats on the point on the fouls point of view. But I still think Wolves are, you know, apart from what once or twice maybe that they've lost the lead. It's gone 1 point or 2 points. Wolves have always had their heads ahead. Yeah. And sometimes that is the mental thing of just being able to knowing that you still, no matter what they're throwing at us, we're still ahead. We're still ahead. We're still in there. So, you know, I think what Wolves have had, if anything, I think the third quarter has probably been Wolves' worst quarter, apart from a little bit of a blip in the second.
Yeah, but a bit of a fadeaway when you looked at the games that they lost kind of in that fourth quarter. Bristol is a good example of that. Plymouth is another great example of that, where Plymouth just turned the screw, halfway through that fourth quarter.
And the thing is that if they win this one, let's hope they do. That will give them the confidence if they are going to have all these type games where there's not much of a run and they don't let teams get away from them. If they can do this and they win this one, it will give them the confidence knowing that they can get, if it happens and they get to the same position next time, they are capable of seeing it off and finishing it.
Well, we say winning is a habit, and we'll have a look around the league tonight. There are two other games tonight. Plymouth Raiders are down at the Copper Box, taking on the London Lions, and with 2:25 to go in the second quarter there, it is the London Lions with a 1 point lead, 44-43 for Coach McCauley's men. And Leicester Riders hosting the Sheffield Sharks, again a 1 point lead there too, but that was an 8 o'clock tip there. Later tip off, 1:14 to play in the first quarter, 15-14 the Leicester Riders lead up there at the arena in Leicester. Castle Jr. now goes inside to Hexham, straight up off the glass. So the lead changes hands once again.
Yeah, that was straight in because they realised that McSwiggan was marking that man.
It's a great behind the back pass to Elan. Elan couldn't finish from downtown. Hexham again. Here's Cassell Jr. fancying it from downtown in that third quarter. Johnson managed to keep his balance. It goes out of bounds. It's going to be a Wolves ball. Brady just scooped it down off the ironwork and over the baseline. So 1 point game. Martin Boutnick for Worcester. Goes to Elan. This time Elan wide open for the triple. Mika Elan! Well, it rattles around, but he found those points. That's a big money shot right there. 2 point lead. Cassell Jr. for 2, in and out, and fouled on the shot, and it's going to be on Jordan Williams. Pushing foul call, so he is on 4.
Yeah. Yeah, I think what Jordan Williams is trying to say is that, and you look at Cassell Jr.'s shot, he is airborne and he is moving forward. And I think it was the last shot of the quarter when Cassell took that big 3, and he went forward. I think it was into a Manning, and they did sort of say watch the feet coming out because we will call you for a charge.
Yeah. Well, that locks it up at 66 apiece once again with 8:41 to play. It's a knife-edge game here, folks. Stay with us. I think we could be in for a fantastic 8 minutes of basketball. Jordan Williams now is backing down. He's going to work. He's driving hard to the hole. This time the baby hook doesn't go. Johnson off the ironwork. Cassell Jr. now once again for the Giants. Hexham, stop and go, drives inside, goes to flush it. Can't get it to go. Henry Wilkins has it. Worcester in transition once again. We go to Williams in the corner. Boutnick in and out of the key. Boutnick this time dances around, goes inside. Offensive foul is called once again on Martin Boutnick, the captain. 3rd foul for him. So another one. And Matt Newby.
Yeah.
Time for a conference call.
Yeah, time for just settle down, guys. Sort of call. You know, we don't have to do this in the first 2 minutes. We don't have to do. You know, let's go back to what we were doing. Let's get this right. Let's make sure that we're playing our game and not letting them dictate to us. Get the ball into Jordan Williams whilst we're able to have him on the floor. You know, and then Jordan, you need to get the ball where you just received the ball sort of on the baseline, but way out towards the 3-point line. We don't want you there.
Yeah.
We want you underneath in the paint, receiving the ball there, so you haven't got to dribble the ball, and you haven't got. If it's in the no charge zone, you haven't got to worry about having an offensive foul called against you. All these sort of things you got to say to people. Just do the basics right, and we'll be okay. You don't need to do anything different to what you've been doing all game because that's why we're at where we are. That's why we're still with them. You just need to do what we've been doing a little bit better.
Yeah, Cassell Jr. He's suddenly come alive in this game.
He has.
He's just suddenly found an extra gear. Hexham doing a great job down low. Brady, Johnson, they're making a real nuisance of themselves. And they're like the cavalry, these guys. And here they all are. Gone big again. So McSwiggan and a Manning got a work to do.
The other thing for Wolves is that apart from Manning and Boutnick, they're the only people in trouble. They're the only people in double digits.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Martin Boutnick certainly is in double digits. 29 to his name so far in this game. Phenomenal effort from the captain, Martin Boutnick. captain here at Wolves, of course, who led Wolves to that memorable cup win last season. Elan with a long distance too, just to get the Worcester side of the scoreboard ticking over again, but Danny Byrne has deployed the heavy artillery, and here it comes, but Hexham just couldn't hang on to it. Just couldn't reach the ball. Yeah. Too much on it from Brady. And
it was at his ankles as well.
Yeah. It's a long way down.
Another score for Wolves.
So, Wilkins got Elan again wide open. He's picked off by Jordan Williams. Well, Jordan Whelan, I beg your pardon, drives inside, finds a two, and he is going to go to the line to add the bonus. Good work from Jordan Whelan. So Whelan locks it up yet again, 68 apiece. And Elan picks up his second foul of the game. Worcester on 3 team fouls, Giants. Nothing on that side of the scoreboard so far in this quarter. Jordan Whelan can't finish. NBA has it. So here come Wolves again. Wilkins goes to Whelan. 11 on the shot clock now. Henry Wilkins goes to Boutnick. Whelan doing a great job on him. They go inside to NBA. It's a high pass. It's going to be a Wolves ball from the end line.
3 seconds on the clock. Yeah, Manchester are changing up the defence.
So Worcester have got to get it in. And they need to get a shot away quickly. It was a high pass, and NBA just couldn't grab hold of the ball. So it's going to be Boutnick's on the inbounds. The Boutnick's on the inbounds ball. So straight into the hands of Hexham. Here comes Castle Jr. again. Defense all over him, did a good job, Hexham. Outside, he puts up the triple this time. No good, great take from Jordan Whelan. Bundled out of bounds with the ball, and that's going to be a Manchester Giants ball. He was saying he was fouled. The referee has given the end line ball. 12 on the shot clock off this inbounds pass. Sam Cassell Jr. Johnson goes to Brady. Jordan Whelan. 8 on the shot clock. Winding down, Cassell Jr. pulls up from the top. He's offensive foul is called. Chris, pick the bones out of that call for me.
They've warned him twice about it. That is that's the equivalent of a flop. So therefore, his feet are going forwards, and he's trying to buy a foul, basically.
So McSwiggan takes a breather, and in comes Jordan Williams, who's carrying 4. So they go to Martin Boutnick, behind the back to Williams. Double teamed out of it. Cassell Jr., and that is going to be a Wolves ball for sure. Yeah, so Cassell Jr. tips it out of bounds. Boutnick. Williams. Mika Elan for 3! Mika Elan finds his stroke once again from the corner. It's a spot he really likes. The Worcester 3-point game. 5:48 to play. Cassell Jr., he goes to Brady. This time Brady just loses the handle, picks it up. Jordan Williams plucks it off the ironwork. Here come Wolves in transition. Williams, he goes to Boutnick. NBA's dropped down low. They go to Wilkins. This time it's Wilkins for 3. No good. Elan on the trail to find the afters, tips it in. And suddenly it's Worcester who engage second gear. Cassell Jr. now for the Manchester Giants. The game has well and truly come alive down the stretch here. Cassell Jr. dumps it off. Brady, he couldn't hang on to it, but it came off Elan, so it's going to be a Manchester ball from the end line with 6 seconds on the shot clock off this inbounds ball. And something to be cleaned up on the floor. Brady having a bit of a discussion with the referee. And yeah, that's really lit the touch paper, isn't it, in the last couple of minutes. So 5 minutes. We're heading down to the pointy end, folks, of this game. 73 plays at 68, 5-point lead. So Worcester have had a 9-point lead in this game. That was snuffed out by the Giants, who brought it back to lock the game up, and they've been slugging it out ever since. And now it looks like Worcester just found something else. But as we've said all the way through it, this is a knife-edge game.
Yeah, and this end line play, if Worcester can get the stop and get a score, it's really big.
5 seconds on the shot clock now. Johnson, they've got to defend for all their worth here. Sam Cassell Jr., shot clock violation. Wolves get the stop.
I don't think Manchester realised there was no reset.
Time expired. 5 minutes and 1 second. And we are within the last 5 minutes of the quarter and the last 5 minutes of the game. Are we in for some drama right down the stretch here? Boutnecht is blocked by Hexham. He's lost the ball. Wilkins has jumped on it. And foul is called. That's going to be on Mika Elan.
No, it's not. Manchester.
Foul against number 32. Donovan Johnson.
Well,
his body's going everywhere.
Yeah, I was going to say it was a tough call for the referee. I think we might want to do a bit of VAR on that one, perhaps. We have the technology here, folks, and detailed files.
The thing is, when two people are diving on the floor, to call one against the other one, it's sort of.
Well, you can always call a jump ball, I suppose.
Yeah.
Of which we haven't had in the game. But were we to have a jump ball right now, the arrow is pointing the way of Wolves. Jordan Williams couldn't hold on to it. NBA had it, batted out of bounds. 8 on the shot clock this time. So roles reversed with an additional second on the clock on this inbounds ball. Worcester with a 5-point lead, so they've got to get this ball in, and they've got to find a look from somewhere. They go to NBA. This time it's NBA who puts it up. Again, Brady gets his hand to it. Good work from Brady. Here comes Hexham from Manchester. Hexham stops at the perimeter, drives inside. He's got Whelan outside. Jordan Whelan puts it up, no good. Off the backboard into the hands of Martin Boutnecht. Boutnecht dumps it off to Wilkins. And Danny Byrne has seen enough with 4 minutes and 17 seconds to play. It is the Worcester Wolves 75, Manchester Giants 68, 7-point lead. Certainly it's going to be stating the obvious, of course, but Matt Newby is going to be the happier of the two coaches after that 5 minutes of 6 minutes of the fourth quarter.
Exactly. I mean, it's almost like Wolves didn't want to score that on that not the layup, but the one before that, where I think Jordan Williams and then Manning tried to make a sweet pass to him rather than just go to the basket and just take a layup. But now it's knuckle down time. It's right, guys. You can't let this player and you can't let this player do this and that sort of stuff. The thing is with Manchester at the moment is that with Cassell Jr. and Brady at the top, Brady because he's so big, he's just making a nuisance of himself, which is given. And Cassell is just looking down the floor and sort of saying, right, okay, who am I going to pick? Who am I going to pick? Or I'm going to get myself open. So this, for me, coming out the timeout, if Wolves get the stop, then it's a big step towards a victory. If they can get this stop now and go back down and get another good offense, then they're stepping in, really getting a good grip on this.
But we're looking down the points spread there. You know, Cassell Jr. 19 and Hexham 18, Jordan Whelan 10. I mean, you know,
yeah,
there were some scorers on the other bench, the other end of the arena for sure. And that great spread of points, Worcester Wolves 29 from Martin Boutnecht so far in the game, 16 from Mika Elan. This time it's Hexham who spins and finds the 2 points off the glass, so no stop from Wolves that time. 5 points the difference with 3:57 to play. Boutnecht to Elan now. So Worcester need to be patient and disciplined. And Manchester, so that's going to be a foul on Jordan Whelan.
Yeah, it was a smart play by Manchester coming out at the time, actually identified to go straight into Jordan Williams' player. Williams, knowing that if he fouls, he's out, had to make a decision on what to do.
Yep. We're going to Jordan Williams. Boutnick sells the fake, sells the dummy, kicks it out once again to Elan in the corner. Goodness me, that's the third one from the spot up for Mika Elan. Unbelievable performance from him tonight from downtown. Brady has it, he goes into Hexham. Hexham puts it up, finds the 2 points. 6 points the difference. With 3:14 to play on a very tense Matt Newby directing the traffic and urging his players on. NBA has it, just drops it into Martin Boutnick for the triple, no good. Sam Cassell Jr. has it inside the last 3 minutes now. Cassell Jr., Elan all over him, dumps it to Brady. This time they go out to Jordan Whelan in the corner, in and out. NBA holds on to it. Worcester now, again, taking the air out on the offense. Elan. Williams, Henry Wilkins. Goes to Boutnick. Mika Elan once again for three. No good this time. Johnson plucks it off the ironwork. Hexham, Cassell Jr. Manchester ain't going anywhere. Cassell Jr. runs the perimeter. I thought Whelan was a little bit further away than he was this time. Jordan Whelan drives inside, high off the glass. NBA pulls down the rebound. Wolves in transition with Williams off the glass and the foul. Count the two and send the man to the line.
Manchester went to sleep then. Wolves are smart enough to see that good running of the floor by the big man then to get down the court.
So Worcester Wolves now with an 8-point lead. Jordan Williams on the line. Can he send this to a double-digit lead for the first time in the game for Wolves? Of course not, because it was only one.
Yeah,
that was today's quiz, folks. Just spotted the deliberate mistake there. He did extremely well. Brady at the other end. Ripped off the glass by Wilkins.
Good job.
It's a foul from Henry Wilkins. 3 fouls for him. 1:52 to play in the ball game. 4 fouls apiece now on either side of the board. So really, the music is over as far as the foul count is concerned in this game. Wolves have got themselves into a reasonably good position here. Brady can't connect with the first of those two. 9 points is the lead. Brady.
Just seems strange that they've sat Cassell down. But there you go.
Brady can't connect. Yeah, Hudson's come back in for Cassell Jr. Jordan Williams. Yeah, he gets his pocket pick this time. Brady drives hard to the bucket. Brady can't finish. It's off the glass. It's come back into the hands of Mika Elan. Jordan Whelan trying to stop him getting over the timeline. But get over he does. Trying to find Boutnick. They've picked him out. Here goes Martin Boutnick inside. Williams will go to Elan. Elan once again 4 on the shot clock. They've got to get something away here. Williams deep in the shot clock. And that is going to be a Manchester ball. 1:07 to play. 9 is the lead. 4 fouls apiece.
Well, if they don't score, they'll take a 24-second violation because it means that they've used the clock up.
So, Danny Byrne picks up the board.
Yeah.
What would you be drawing up now? If you're Danny Byrne there, what are you drawing up on that board for the guys?
I would call up a quick play or make a decision. It'd be get a 2, any score, and then it'd be more of what next after that. So it'd be let's run this to get this quick score, either 3 or 2, wherever you know, a percentage or lesser percentage. And then when we do score, this is what we're going to do next. We're going to press. We're going to be organised. It'll be a zone press, man-to-man press. This is who I want on this player and that player and that player.
Yep.
That sort of stuff. So you this is the first job done. When we achieve this job, we then do that straight away. Go get the ball back and stuff like that. And that's what he's drawing up. So he's got the next 2 passages of play organised straight away.
Yeah.
He knows it realistically. If he gets a score and a stop straight away, then he's going to have another timeout, because he'd expect Matt Newby to call a timeout because it's got close.
Well, Wolves 54 from the field in this game so far, and 57% from 2-point range, and they are 10% pretty much clear of Manchester on both of those metrics in this game. And that pretty much belies what's up on the scoreboard right now. In fact, that 10% gap this time is Hexham from deep. Doesn't go. And it's going to be...
Yeah, offensive foul. Well, not an offensive foul, but 32.
Ball. So Johnson...
He was running out already.
He's fouled out of the game. Now it's Williams, and I think if these go, you've got to fancy Wolves to take this one tonight. Henry Wilkins on the line for Worcester, and he needs to splash both of these really to get this game put to bed. He doesn't manage with the first. So, as we said, the music is over really as far as foul count is concerned. 1 minute to go. Wolves with the 10-point lead, the first double-digit lead of the game. Once again, Hexham is there. He gets his pocket picked by Mika Elam, but Jordan Whelan manages to hang on to it. Whelan gets a face full of basketball in the process. That is going to put Jordan Whelan on the line. 51.7 seconds to play, and it's nearly Christmas, folks, and that scoreboard is beginning to look a bit like a Christmas tree right now. A lot of hard defense going on in this game. Jordan Whelan can't connect with the first of those 2, so the lead remains at 10 for Worcester. Jordan Whelan, no stranger, of course, to the floor here at the University of Worcester Arena. Good work from Hexham to find those 2 points, gets the tip, cuts the lead down to 8, so Wolves within the last minute of the game now. Boutneck, 1d8, let's check back in for Manchester. Martin Boutneck goes to Elan at the top. This time Elan switches on the afterburners, gets the foul, and he's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Again, happy with that. Time used, 2 free throws.
Elan drains the first. 30 seconds and a little bit of change in the form of 0.1 of a second after this has gone in. And there it is, restores that 10-point lead. Jordan Whelan drives inside again, he's fouled. Jordan Whelan's put in a shift as well for Manchester tonight for sure.
That's almost like a smart foul, because he knows that the guy's just gone to the free throw line and missed his 2.
So Whelan on the line. That's 3 missed from the last 3 from the charity stripe. Whelan sets for the second. Doesn't make that one either. Once again, Hexham is there, but this time it's Brady who picks up the afters off the ironwork. About 20 seconds to go. It's going to be Worcester who take the 2 points from this game. 16 to play, and Worcester going to do something with it. Is Boutneck just going to dribble this out? Comes off his foot, goes to Williams. This time he goes into Boutneck. No, Boutneck is not finished yet. Eland was looking for it, but there it is. We're at the final buzzer, and Worcester Wolves finally take, at the third time of asking, their first win of the BBL regular season, taking down the Manchester Giants here, 84 points to 76. Chris, your quick wrap-up on that game.
Good game. As I said, it'd be
short and sweet.
Yeah, it'd be great for Wolves, their confidence that they can go through these games where it's tight all the way through and come out on top.
Well, thanks for your input as ever, Chris. It's been a great night here for Worcester. Finally bagged those 2 points. Commiserations to Manchester. It was a very big and bruising encounter. But don't forget that we're back here tomorrow, 1 o'clock tip-off for the WNBL Division 1 game. It'll be the Worcester Wolves ladies against the Cardiff Archers. From me, Dynamite, my very good friend Chris Lowe. That's all from the Worcester Arena. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.